Welcome back to a lecture series on deep practicals, digital image processing practicals in NV software. So in this practical, we are now going to discuss about subsetting the image, both raster and vector. In terms of raster subsetting and in terms of vector spectral subsetting. So now this NV software window is open. And in this we have opened the data. I mean, this is the data used for the purpose of practicals. This is SBMS 2004 warp data. There are three data assets are used: near infrared, red and green. This is false color composite. Red represents the vegetation and blue and its variations are represent the water body and its depth variation. Now after opening this, now we will have to go to the raster management tool, and then in that we are going to select the subsetting the image. Let us start. Now after opening the image, now we have to go to the toolbox and open. And before opening, we will have to open the data, which we have already opened the full data, and this is the data which we are interested to cut it. So I am just opening. It is green, red, and near infrared band. So this is list 3 data. This is multispectral data. You can see both are the same. Of course, this subset area of interest we have taken now, and we have to go to we can type here to select the tool, whatever the tool we want. Otherwise, if we know thorough in the subject, we have to go to raster data, I mean raster management, and you have to select raster resize data. So this resize you will have to double click, and in that you have to take the first full data, warp data, first one. This data, this is warp data. If I am selecting, all the information will come, and you have to click the spatial subset, this button. And if you are interested for a spectral, you have to do the spectral subset. So I am clicking spatial subset. So I would like to show the file of a spatial subset. So list 3 I am selecting the spatial subset with respect to the area of interest, and I am just giving OK. And OK to the select spatial region file, and then I have to spectral. There are 4 spectra is there, and you see 4 by 4 spectra. Now spectral subset also we can do. We can select, suppose if I am interested with 1 spectra or 2 spectra or 3 spectra. Normally 4 spectra, because this is MS data. Otherwise hyperspectral you have plenty of hundreds of data sets will be there. Now you just check green, red, near infrared and short field infrared. All the details are there. I'm selecting only 3 and I'm giving OK. Now you see, you look at here 3 bands selected out of 4 bands. So I am taking the list 3 domain. Only for that domain I am going to take only the 3 bands. So 3 bands normally used for the purpose of making false color composite and further image processing analysis. We do with all the spectral, what is supervised and supervised classification and all. Give OK. And now you will have to select the output file. This is subset image. You can rename the data subset underscore subset. You can fully type. Otherwise, if you know, you can type it partially from the middle and give OK. Look at the region. At last, you just go and then check, give OK. So after processing, it takes only few seconds. And to display the image, you can clear all the data sets. Now I have cleared make the empty window, and I have to open the subset data. Now I am opening the warp data first. So this is warp data with 3, and the subset data also. I am taking subset data, and this also 3. You can see spectra with respect to these regions of 3 spectra is being subset of raster 3 data. Similarly, I can also do, you see, you can check here, you can take the data manager, check the data manager, you have 4 bands in the original data sets, and after subset you look at that whatever the band which you have selected, green, red and near infrared, which is coming over here. So like this we can play, we can take whatever the interest of, depending upon the object interest, you can take one band or 2 band or 3 band, and then make a combination of band ratioing and then interpret more. So these are all for good interpretation we do. And look at that, now you can zoom and then you'll be having only 3 spectra with respect to the area of interest. On the area of interest which you have shown the list 3 data, but I have taken from the warp data set, clipped the data with respect to the raster of my interest on these 3 bands. So this is a raster spectral subset. And now I am opening the vector data. So I have a shape file, I am taking SB island shape. So this was we done. So this data, now I am going to clip this vector file and then clip the area of my interest on the raster data. So I have shown here, this is the area I am interested, this is my area of interest with respect to shape file of my vector is concerned. So I am going to again the toolbox. So I am taking region of interest. So vector to ROI, region of interest. So this tool I have to select, and then if I double click, automatically this will come. So I am selecting the input file, that is SB island shape, that is the input file. And once if I take, then subset data from ROI, subset data from ROI, I am selecting the subset data. Subset data, once if it is selected, you will have to select input file as your vector, and the input file I have given, and then I have to give the enter the output file name. So I am just giving the output file name as a vector subset, or irregular shape. That depends on your interest, you can give. Once if we give and give OK, automatically this will cut with respect to vector file. And now open and clean all your old data sets, close all files. Now open the vector data which you have prepared from the NV training workspace. At last you see irregular data. So now you see this is how you have clipped with respect to your own interest area. Now it will be more clear that I am interested only in this area of all my investigations. So the other regions are, so I mean taken out, and then the region of interest. So subset data from ROI is tool we have to select to give the first raster data set input file, and the output clip file is your shape file. And then once if you give export, I mean click the clip operation, subset data from ROI operation, OK, give OK, you will be getting your output. So this is how we do with raster spectral clipping as well as vector clipping. So with this understanding of subset image is come to an end. Thank you very much.